Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. A long time ago in the land of Uz, which may have been in what is now northern Saudi Arabia or southern Iraq, there lived a man named Job. The Bible tells us that Job was a very righteous man. He was an upright man who feared God and avoided evil. As a result, God blessed him greatly. He had lots of children, lots of servants, lots of livestock, lots of silver, lots of gold, lots of fine garments, and many possessions. He was wealthy by any standard, so it would seem that Job had it all: fame, fortune, family, friends. What more could anyone want? Well, maybe everything. One day, Satan came into the presence of God, and the other heavenly beings were there, too. And they were praising God for Job. But Satan said, "You've got to be kidding me. These people love this guy Job because he's so great. They're always going on about how good he is. But listen, he loves being good because you bless him. Look at all these blessings you've given him. Take them away and see if he still loves you." God replied, "Well, do whatever you want with them except take his life. You can't touch his life. But everything else is fair game." So Satan left, and he began to destroy everything that Job had worked his whole life to build. In just one day, Job lost all his money, all his servants, all his livestock, and all his sons and daughters. Before sunset that evening, Job was a pauper, his children were dead, his herds were gone. All that remained were his wife and his life, but Satan wasn't done yet. That night, Job woke up and looked all over his body. And from head to toe, he was covered with painful boils. It was horrible. His wife told him, "Well, here's your answer. Curse God and die." But Job refused. "We've received good things from God," he said, "and we should accept the bad things too. Never once will I curse God, not even when I'm suffering like this." Now, as the days went by, Job sat down outside his house with his rear end on the ground, and some friends came to comfort him. The first friend was Eliphaz. The second was Bildad. The third was Zophar. And later another young man named Elihu joined them. And each of them said to Job, "Look, we know you're suffering, but you must have done something really bad in your life. That's why God is treating you this way. Do you think he's punishing you? He isn't. You deserve this." Job replied, "My friends are a bunch of fools. I don't know why they're trying to comfort me. I haven't done anything wrong. Why should you treat me like this?" Then he says, "When someone makes me feel better, I say, 'Don't ever try to comfort me.' If only my pain would stop, my anguish would go away. If only you could be sincere instead of lying to me. You'd be honest and say, 'Why did God bring this on us?' Then he'd answer you, 'I can't stand listening to your meaningless words. You're trying to comfort me, but you're only hurting me more.' Then Elihu, the young man, said, 'I am young and you are old. This is why I didn't say anything before. I thought, maybe these older men will be wise, show respect and control themselves. They'll stop saying pointless things, but they keep piling on the poor guy, so I have to speak up.' So they were wrong. Now it's my turn to be right. Listen carefully to me, Job. When God does something, he accomplishes it. He plans it, and it happens. He has no interest in letting anyone know what he is doing. Indeed, God is powerful, and only he can understand his ways." Then the Lord said, "I want to say something to you, so get ready to listen. I want to ask you questions. Tell me what you know. So where were you when I created the world? I need you to tell me, since you think you know so much. Who was around when light was turned on? Did you personally put the sun in place? Have you been there? The earth was nothing but chaos. I made its shape and size, and you weren't there to help me. Who closed off the sea with doors? You did not. You shouldn't brag about knowing so much when you aren't sure what you know. Why do you criticize my justice? Your wisdom is worth no more than a baboon's wisdom. So be humble, man, for you cannot understand my greatness. There are many things about me you can't know, mysteries that you can't discover. Can you trap the dust of the morning or freeze the forces of light? Do you know the laws that govern the sky? Can you direct the constellations? Do you know what controls the seasons? You are only a man, a tiny creature. Do you know when the mountains were made? You know so much. Did you think the world was made on its own? Was the earth ever pure and undefiled in your eyes? Or do you think that evil is hidden in its depths? Do you know that darkness itself is wonderful and awe-inspiring? Do you know the way the stars come into being? Tell me if you are so wise. How does the Almighty deal with the wicked? How do those whose future is coming back? Ask yourself, because if you know so much, you know all this. Job replied, I realize how little I understand. Therefore, I have abandoned my arguments. You have spoken, and I did not know you would make me so small. You terrify me. I am only a man, and I didn't know much. But this is what I know. People live, and then they die. They are buried, and they don't rise again. You are here today, then you are gone forever. You cannot save yourself. Only God can do that. We are all like water that is spilled, like wine that cannot be gathered together again. God said, this is the beginning of what I want to say, and this is the last thing I want to say. Man cannot be righteous in his own eyes. His face is full of guilt, but he can be made pure when he is innocent. Those who hate him are only punished. But I will punish him, and then heal him. I hurt him, and then restore him, and he will come back to me. Because I am merciful. Then Job prayed. He prayed and said, I repent. I know I don't have the ability to do anything. But I will live according to what you say, and I will pray to you, and you will hear me. Then the Lord said, you have humbled yourself, which is good and right in my sight, and I will forgive you, because you have shown yourself to be humble before me. So I will restore everything you lost. It will be twice as much as before. I will give you new sons and daughters, and your descendants will be greater than your children, who are lost. Then he blessed Job again, and all his former prosperity returned to him. He received even more, and God gave him 3 more sons and 2 more daughters. He named the first daughter Jemima, which means beauty. He named the second one Bala, which means excellent. He named the third one Sarah, which means princess. And the fourth one Karen Hapik, which means horn of the crescent moon. No one in the region could find women as beautiful as Job's daughters. And afterwards, Job lived 140 years old. He saw all his children and grandchildren for himself, and he died, an old man and full of years. Then Job closed his eyes and breathed his last breath, resting in his bones until the resurrection. He had everything, lost it all, and then got it all back, and he became even richer than before. He endured sickness and suffering and never cursed God. He trusted God through it all. He knew that God was in control. Do you sometimes feel like life is hard, and it seems like the bad things happen more often than the good things? We've all been there. Remember Job. Trust God through the storms of life. Know that He's in control, and He's bigger than any problem you'll ever face. That's all for today. Subscribe and comment below to let us know what you think. See you next time.